Welcome to another Gauging Gadgets Garmin review video. In this video, we have the Garmin Forerunner 255 Music. So I'm really excited about testing this watch. I had a Garmin Forerunner 245 back in 2019, really loved the low profile look for being a smartwatch, as well as accurately tracking exercise and fitness. Now the Garmin Forerunner 255 comes in two different sizes. They have a 41mm version, which is the 255S, and then they have the 46mm, which is the Garmin Forerunner 255. In addition to that, they also have music and non-music versions. And if you have the music version, you can store up to 500 songs on the watch and then listen to them while you're running or working out without having to have your phone with you. So in this video, we'll start out by doing a quick unboxing of the Garmin Forerunner 255, and then we'll end with a review going over the features and what I thought about the watch. Now I'm gonna try to keep this video short, so check the description because I'll have several tutorials going over how to use the watch, showing different features on it, and how to set those up. So check the description for that. All right, so let's go ahead and start unboxing the Garmin Forerunner 255 Music. So while I'm getting this open, I just want to state that I purchased this watch myself from Amazon for $399. And check the description because I'll have direct links down there so you can get this watch for yourself. All right, it just comes right out. There we go. On top we have the watch right there. I really like that green accent. Also in the box we have a charging cable, and this is pretty standard for all the modern Garmin watches. Then in the box, we also have a quick start manual and some safety information. Check the description. I'm going to add a link to an online version of the manual that it's searchable, much easier to use. Peel this off. And there we go. Nice, good view of the Forerunner 255. Now, like I was saying, the Forerunner 255 comes in different sizes, and each size has different colors that are available as well. I got the black, but you can also get the 255 in a white that looks pretty cool. Look at those buttons. Everything looks really good on this watch. And I like how this green outline around the bezel goes all the way around the watch. Really cool look to it. And that's definitely a newer design feature for Garmin. The Garmin Forerunner 255 does not have a touchscreen, and that's going to be similar to the Instincts or the Phoenix series, where you navigate using 5 buttons, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. And as you can see, these are very good looking stainless steel buttons, very easy to find with your fingers so you don't have to look, and they have a good feeling when you hit them. I'll go ahead and get this turned on so you can see the 1.2-inch display that has a resolution of 260 by 260. This watch does not have a solar panel like some of the newer, more expensive Garmin watches, but they still state that you can get 14 days out of this watch on smartwatch mode, which is going to be double the Forerunner 245. So this upgrade gives you much better battery life. This display will not have very vivid colors, and it's going to be a little bit lower resolution than some other watches on the market, but that display is what gives you that really good battery life. In addition to that, if you're out in the sun, you won't have any issues looking at the display. It's meant to be readable in direct sunlight. Looking at the back of the watch, you can see the sensors right here, and this is a really low profile sensor that does not have any big bump that's going to cause any indentation or discomfort. This is where the heart rate sensor as well as the pulse ox sensor are located. And then we have the plug over here where you can charge the watch as well, or plug it into your computer to add music, and check the description of a tutorial on how to do that. Nice Forerunner logo on the back, pretty cool. One thing I definitely like about the Forerunner series over the Instinct is just how thin this is. This is less than 13 millimeters thick, so you're not gonna be catching it on things or having any issues with sleeves. It's gonna be a nice low profile watch that's packed with features and battery life. Looking at the bands here, these are going to be made of silicone. I found that these are very tough. You will probably never have to replace these, and if you do, they're pretty cheap online, but they also stay very clean. And the hardware on the watch band here is metal, and I found that that holds up very well and does a great job of ensuring the watch does not fall off. And the bezel here, we can just look at it really quick, does not offer too much protection for the actual lens here, but luckily they've used Corningware Gorilla Glass Class 3, which is a very strong glass for this lens. So hopefully that protects against it shattering or even scratching. So now that we unboxed the Forerunner 255 and we've taken a closer look at its design, I'll go ahead and get it set up on my watch and I'll start wearing it and we'll talk about what I think about it. All right, so I've been using the Garmin Forerunner 255 for a couple months now, and I have to say, I am very happy with this watch. I have the Instinct 2 Solar, a Phoenix 6, and currently the 255 is the watch that I prefer and I normally wear. I just find it to be the most comfortable Garmin watch. It's extremely light, and it's packed with many of the features on those other watches, and it just works great. It looks great with the nice design and this very beautiful screen here that has great colors and is very snappy when using it. So before we get too far with my experience, I want to say that so far the step and the stair tracking, I found that to be extremely accurate and comparable to all other Garmin watches. And when it comes to sleep tracking, I've also found that to be extremely accurate. As you can see, you can access it here from one of the widgets. I can select in, see more of it. It gives me a sleep score so I can compare it with my previous time sleeping, and even a little description of how it measured my sleep. I can go down and see a graph that shows me the time and when I was awake, when I was getting REM, and all of this seems to be very accurate, so I've been extremely happy with that. In addition to just the sleep tracking, they combine that with what they call a body battery. So they use your sleep to build your battery, and then during the day, it depletes using your stress, your activity, things like that. And I've also found this to be very accurate. It's a really cool feature and I love it. Another really cool health tracking feature on this watch is going to be HRV status. And this just measures your heart rate variability during your sleep. But I found it to be an accurate way to kind of measure my overall sleep throughout a week. As I've been getting better sleep, my HRV has gone up. So it's really cool to have several different measurements of your health on your watch. Now, in addition to that, this is a GPS activity tracker, and I've been very impressed with the large number of activities available on this watch. As you can see, they have hike, yoga. We'll just go through all of these so you can see. Ski, I've used that. It's really cool. And then they have tons right here that you can do. And all of these are customized for the specific activity. So things like ski, they will measure your actual runs. So if you do like 5 runs, all of your runs, you can look at them differently and see how fast you were going on each of them, and also see where you were going on the map. It's really cool. Hiking, also the same. It's going to be showing more of your elevation plot, things like that, where yoga actually measures your different positions you're doing, and it even will help you with stress, things like that. So really cool that they have all of these activities built in, and they're all customized perfectly for that activity. And then when you view the activity, it looks really cool where you can see a nice summary here and kind of a little map visualization of what your activity looked like. So if I go in here, I can actually view that on a map right here, and I can zoom in. It doesn't really tell me anything around it, but I can see where I stopped and I started, and then I can kind of see what the route looked like. And this is also cool because, say if you're hiking and you get to the end of the hiking trail, you can actually, from the activity screen that you're in, have it route you back on the actual trail that you took back to the start or to the trailhead, something like that. So that can also be cool from a safety feature. Now, when talking about safety features, this watch also has something called Garmin Assistance and Garmin Incident Detection. So first, Garmin Assistance here, if you hold down the light button for 5 seconds, it will send an alert using your phone to your pre-configured emergency contacts. It'll also let them know of your location found by the watch. For this, you do have to have a connection to your phone, and your phone needs access to the internet. There's also incident detection, which is available on the following activities, and if it kind of detects a fall, then it will activate Garmin Assistance automatically, alerting any of your emergency contacts that you have fallen. Now, if that happens accidentally, or if you fall and you're fine, it's really easy to know that the incident detection was triggered because it vibrates and beeps, and then you can just close it out and cancel it so that none of your family thinks that something bad happened. Now, I was talking about these really vivid watch faces. As you can see, there's some really cool data in there, such as the sunrise, sunset, or your heart rate with a graph, but you can also get custom built watch faces from the Garmin Connect store that allow you to have really cool looking watch faces, such as this holiday watch face that I use over Christmas. And then people have also built watch faces that contain a ton of data that's really easy to see, and I usually use these. So as you can see, this has all the information I would need. So it's really cool that not only can you use the built-in watch faces that show a ton of data, you can also download custom third-party watch faces that are available in the Garmin Connect IQ store. So they're all Garmin approved. And the Garmin Connect IQ store app is accessible through your phone. Now, when it comes with my connection with my phone, no issues there. There are some really cool features where you can use a thing called Find My Phone. So if you lose your phone, you have your watch on you, you would just hold down the light button down here until you go to Find My Phone, select it, and then your phone will start making a loud noise and flashing. And it also shows you your proximity to your phone on your watch. So I've used that several times, and it seems to work within around like 90 to 100 feet. You also can view things such as notifications from your phone, text messages, emails, or any other type of notification that you would get. you can view on your watch. And if you have an Android phone, you can actually respond using pre-configured text messages. You also get a notification on your watch if you get a phone call, and you can answer it from your watch, but you cannot speak through your watch. Some of the other smart features include being able to store music on this. I've already talked about that. And also control the music or audio on your phone. So if you're listening to a podcast or anything like that on your phone using Bluetooth headphones, you can control that and see all the information on your watch. So in addition to that, the watch over the last couple months has held up great. No scratches or scuffs on the display or on the body. Everything seems to be well made and very resistant to anything like that. The band has also stayed in really good shape. And as you can see, I haven't cleaned this. So over that time, just me being in the shower with it has been enough to keep it very clean. It doesn't look dirty at all. So really happy with the quality of this watch. When it comes to battery life, they advertise 14 days. This watch can definitely do 14 days if you're just using it as a smartwatch. But when you start getting into activities where you're using the GPS, I've found that about an hour of activity usage will remove about a half a day of smartwatch battery life. So if you're getting 14 days out of the smartwatch and you do 2 hours of activity, you're really only going to get 13 days of battery life out of this watch. All right, so that was a quick review of the Garmin Forerunner 255. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you'd like to see more Garmin Forerunner 255 tips and tutorials, check the links in the description. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Gauging Gadgets, for more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.